Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of a podcast. With me is the lovely Jtegh, the less lovely FluffyQuack, and the lovely
Oh.
Ryman.
Oh, why, thank you.
Oh, nice,
Hello,
nice, nice, nice.
everybody.
Hello,
Thank you for
hello.
being here. It is
Hello.
wonderful to see you all. We are once more gathered here because Capcom decided to speak up and brought
About
us
trees.
news about
they spoke up?
trees in the RE
Trees.
engine.
Oh,
So
With
as
these
you can
orange
see here,
trees.
this wood texture is...
Mm.
Can you please... Thank you.
Oh,
This
sorry,
wood
sorry.
texture
I'm just
is
very excited
very,
about the
very,
trees.
very high quality. It is
Yeah.
the finest wood texture you might have ever seen in your video game. And quite frankly, I'm enthralled by it. Quite frankly, I could kiss it, I could smooch it, I could hug it.
Oh,
that's
it's
just
also
awkward.
very
That's just
stable
awkward.
too. Look how well it holds me.
Look at that. Look, this wood...
Oh,
this,
oh,
See,
earthquake, earthquake.
it's shaking
Oh,
this
oh.
much, and yet I am still remain
That is
perfectly
very wow.
stationed
Power of
on the
RE
tree.
engine.
now, and you
Everyone?
too can get your own RE engine tree for your game engine.
Yes.
I don't
But
think
act
that's how that
fast.
works.
It's a limited stock only.
Does this game
Literally,
use
we only
speed
have this
tree?
one.
Could be Speed Tree.
I've not heard the name Speed Tree in a very long time.
Me neither.
I don't think anyone has said
Actually-
what we're actually talking about besides trees.
Capcom spoke up, and suddenly we have an RE4 remake.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we should actually talk about the thing without. We're supposed to talk
Yeah,
about that.
well,
But they didn't have the budget for the E.
but they announced it. They announced it date first. Like before this, they showed
yeah,
the date
if I
coming out.
if I go back here, then we'll. Okay, if I go even further back. There we go. So yeah, like this is the release date for RE4 remake, March next year.
Yeah, so they show this first and like, what is this? And then we get the letter R with trees.
Yeah.
And guitars.
And at this point, when I'm watching it live, I'm like, what is this? I don't know this music. And that's just an R.
I heard this music and I was watching this together with Zombie Ollie and we both went, no way, immediately, like
And
when
then-
we heard the guitars.
Rush it in.
Yeah,
And then
it's
this happens.
Oh my god.
Devil May Cry 4. Let's go.
Well, okay, so we should look at this in detail here. Oh god, Seeking is
Oh,
so
yeah,
slow
cool.
on a 4K video.
Doing actual stuff with Liam being in the government.
Yeah,
Kind of like
they-
Infinite Darkness did.
They snuck in some RE6 in here somehow.
It is
This is more
pretty much
Infinite
the same
Darkness.
suit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same suit as Infinite Darkness.
No, okay, I haven't actually watched that show.
Me either.
So-
You
Don't.
haven't missed anything.
So is this due to the same precedent that you saw in Infinite Darkness as well?
Yep.
Okay,
looks like
okay,
it.
okay.
Huh.
Would make sense because the president in that show was Ashley's
Hans.
father.
And
Oh,
Hans.
okay.
And Hans, so it doesn't work. Damn it.
No.
It's
Do you
Victor
two
Frank.
want to watch it?
I probably watch it
That's fine.
eventually, maybe. I just don't have Netflix.
Then I don't really want to mention one part. I mean, it's minor, but granted, this Leon looks nothing like the Leon in Infinite Darkness.
I was about to say, like, the Leon in Infinite Darkness, wasn't that just like RE6 style Leon, right?
Very close to.
Yeah, and this is like RE2 remake babyface Leon they're using for this one.
Yeah.
Is,
What about
does this guy look the same? Can you tell, like this guy?
He looks a
Maybe.
bit different, I think. But
Can you even really
close
see
enough.
can you really even make out any details on this guy though?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Oh, you see, I thought he was gonna like touch Leon's face.
I
like,
love
it's
you,
very-
Leon.
I always wanted to tell you, Leon. I love you.
Oh god.
Oh
I've
god.
always valued your friendship, Leon.
Okay, let's move forward a little bit more here. I just want to look at every
Leon's
frame. I'm
really-
sorry, I just want to look at every frame. I just want to look at
Leon's
every
really
frame.
upset that someone touched him on the shoulder.
Look at that
I want to look
silhouette,
at every
wow.
frame. There's a lot of frames in this
There's
trailer.
the frames, I guess. Okay, I want to look at this frame though.
Okay.
Maybe this frame. I don't know.
Good looking trees.
Yeah.
Zoom. Please zoom in the middle. In the middle. Up, 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 up. Zoom out. It's made by Capcom.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Wow. This is why people are here to watch this information. Only here will you know it's made by Capcom.
Yes.
It's easy to miss.
Nowhere else.
So here we
Okay,
have Ashley Graham running around.
Yeah, in an
Yes.
outfit very similar to RE 3.5, I believe.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
jacket is a little different, but it's almost the same color, and she's
Yeah.
wearing the same kind of boots and like leggings or tights.
Also, fair to point out, like this looks like one of the early passageways, like after you investigate that first house at the start of the game.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe like
Like
this
there's
shack
that
here.
little shack where you can get some ammo and whatnot.
Um,
And this is not an area where you where you saw Ashley running around in the original game. So
yeah.
that's a new thing.
And if people weren't certain, I can very much confirm this is RE Engine because this is RE Engine here.
Bittering.
Never change our engine.
I wonder if we'll be touching on that later in this podcast.
Oh, she's
Oh,
wearing
her
a
face.
scarf.
God.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy that even 4K can't clean that up. That's ridiculous.
I feel like the hair didn't look this bad in RE3 remake.
The
This
thing is, like-
could be like very early. Like, if you look at the early trailers of Cartoons 3 remake, the earlier the trailer was made, the worse the hair looked.
I guess
Okay.
also
Could
to be
be
fair, like I am
confusing, but-
zooming way in. Like if you were seeing this in the game, you would be seeing this, and then it looks way better. But like zooming in, like like the
Jesus.
thing is, I feel like this is just a problem with our engine. Like also with a lot of modern engines, they don't do image quality well. Like once you zoom in, you will just see a lot of noise and stuff. Like it's just kind of I don't know. I feel like it's just what modern gaming is, to be honest.
I mean, look, you know, Digital Foundry is going to point this stuff out too when they do their video on this.
Ugh. So that's
It's Lowen.
Leon walking around.
Lowen.
Lowen?
Lowen.
Oh,
I always
did-
go on Lowen.
Okay, I didn't know about that guy.
Oh, right. Ashley again.
Rose. Nice detail on the jacket.
So
Yeah.
this
Nice little
down,
scarf.
if you can go down a little bit, zoom in like right here in on her shoulder.
Oh,
Ooh.
text.
Ooh.
I did not see this.
This kind of looks like it might either be a sign or like one of those gravestones, because the gate that's further this way on the image, like, kind of looks like maybe that leads to like the church or graveyard.
It would explain like the general time of day.
And there's a bunch of
In this way.
Burb.
burbs.
Oh.
Do you think we can still
Oh.
like use flash grenades to get a lot of money from the burbs?
They better.
If we don't have that, then why remake the game?
Oh god.
Yeah, we're supposed to improve it, not downgrade it.
There's some stuff here. Can you zoom in on
Yeah,
this
stuff.
rubble? It's just,
Rubble.
yeah, it's
Very, very
It's just
interesting.
rubble.
Very cool. Very
It's
cool.
very nice looking rubble, but it is just rubble.
Do we think that this is a cutscene, or do we play as Ashley in this bit?
I think we'll play.
it feels like playable. Also, can you zoom in on the hair maybe?
I
It looks a bit better than in the previous shot.
Yeah, this is because like she's like way closer to the camera, I think. So I have to like zoom in less.
There was also like, sorry, Ryman. On like the previous shot, like there was a lot more like whites in, like the shading looked like kind of off on that previous one where you zoomed in. It just in general looks nicer here.
Maybe the lighting was like less flattering in that scene.
I guess that's one thing that they could be doing with the remake to try and differentiate is by overhauling the playable Ashley segments, having more of them. A controversial move considering, well, Ashley's not exactly a popular character.
I still
Well-
haven't recovered from the sliding puzzle last time I did it.
Oh god, that better return. They just make it randomized. They just make it way harder.
Oh god.
Why do you hate me, Sectus?
And here we go. That's that iconic opening house.
Oh, it's
Leon's
RE3.5
iconic jacket.
style jacket.
I didn't really like recognize that house very well. I think it's like when I saw this in the trailer for the first time, what I was thinking is that if you just do this and just pretend Leon isn't there, then you could tell me this is a screenshot of R7, and I think I would believe you because I
Wait,
feel like
why
this.
are we looking at why are we looking at RE8?
RE8?
Looks like RE8 now.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, just R8. Wow, I can't believe it.
Can you shrink?
Hmm.
Wait, this was RE4 all along.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Holy smokes!
The detail on
Open
the
the door.
jacket. Wow.
Yeah, they still look really darn good.
It actually
about his
reminds
hair?
me. It actually reminds me a little bit of like older versions of RE4, where the jacket was more detailed and shinier.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it very much looks like the jacket from the 3.5 builds, from the Hookman builds. That jacket was a lot more shiny, reflective, and it had the bigger coat or the bigger collar.
Mm-hmm.
Or fur?
Yeah.
I do get the impression, like just like general art style. I feel like they're getting pretty inspired by. I don't know. I feel like in general, like I feel like I'm getting some. Like, I feel like visually this was like RE4 mixed with RE7 for me. I don't know. Like everything's like more run down, like in shambles. There's one thing that I think of is that was this daytime in the original, like the village?
Yes, it was.
Yes. It was both, actually.
Yeah, like it was daytime at first, but you came back later at nighttime.
Okay, so the entire intersection in RE4 is that all daytime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think it's like all of chapter 1 is
you
daytime.
mean.
Because
Yeah, I think it's chapter 2 where it starts to be nighttime? Or 2-3?
No, I think it's right from the start of chapter 2 because like chapter 1 ends with the Del Lago fight, and then
Oh, yeah, okay, then, yeah.
and then there's that scene where Leon collapses in the cabin, and then when he wakes up, it's nighttime. And that's
Boy,
the
I
start.
needed that nap.
is it
said
supposed to be
Leon.
like approaching daytime? Is it supposed to be dusk or something?
Yeah, it
Because
is a little weird to see this.
It looks dark. Like this looks
Yeah.
dark. All of the sky like this is like starting to light up.
And he just decides to waltz on into someone's home at this hour?
It's just kind of weird because
Leon,
like the
you're-
village part is very bright. Like this is just full on daytime.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
a little
wonder if they're
weird.
like mixed up. They're starting like story beats.
Or maybe they're just trying to throw us off.
Guess you mean.
Skulls.
I
Spooky.
recognize those from RE Village. But that's fair, like, skulls are skulls.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
Oh, yeah,
Lewis
that's Lewis.
Lewis!
With his,
and the
Lewis!
Red 9.
Oh yeah, that's a good gun.
That looks like a Red 9.
I'll be very sad if the reload animation is worse in this game.
Oh yeah, the reload animations is like one thing they have to get right.
But
I mean,
hey,
it's so
sec-
shiny.
sectus.
What?
There's one thing I could finally fix with this remake.
Make the reload animations higher than 30 FPS?
Yes! They could make them at least 60.
I want to see the source code for R4. I want to know why they weren't able to like fix that for the new like PC release back in 2014, 2015. I forget what year it was. 15.
I think it was
Okay.
15.
Right.
That looks like the first house, maybe.
A lot more clutter.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's as I said, like I feel like they're going with like RE7 style stuff, or just making it like messy and like not in like it doesn't look like it's in a clean state. Everything.
I kind of like that
Also
about.
looks, go ahead.
I kind of like that. Like sometimes in the original RE4, like a house could actually look relatively clean. I kind of like that because it like kind of gave the extra point that the Ganados were like more intelligent than your average zombie.
Yeah.
He's got very
Why
very
am I
red
here?
eyes.
Why am I here?
And that's
am I
what I
doing?
call bloodshot eyes.
Very spooky. Oh, one of the cultists. And
Loose
is it the church?
Illuminados.
Yeah, so
Senior
this
moment, perhaps.
looks like it could actually be the redesign of the church.
It does. I mean,
Is the puzzle
These
supposed to be
symbols.
hairish? Like hairish?
That is
Should-
where it would
Supposed to be
normally
above. I think it should be
Supposed to be
above,
above?
like a floor above.
I feel like the sign of the church is quite a bit different.
yeah. But I mean, these are definitely pews.
And there's like the Los Illuminados symbol everywhere.
Also look at the evil
Mm.
cultists. Is that like a big scarf they have? What's that red stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but he's definitely covering his mouth.
Is it gonna be like Melina from Mortal Kombat? He's actually like super sharp teeth.
They
I
don't.
don't know, maybe.
They don't have any weapons. Like most enemies in for that weapons, right? Some kind of like melee weapon, I think.
Yeah, they would wield
Mm,
something.
Most of them. There were a few unarmed, but it was not very common.
That
That looks like just a villager.
yeah, just
Yeah, these are
villager.
just villagers.
Oh yeah, this
Oh.
is
I wonder
Ada
who this
Wong.
is.
And like this.
Oh,
Claire
really?
Redfield from Revelations 2?
We don't see her entire face, but like this looks like her face model from RE8 Remake, right?
Well, considering Leon's face also looks RE2 remake-y,
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. For
I never
consistency.
paid enough attention to her lips to be able to tell. I'm sorry.
I feel like like this outfit reminds me a lot of Claire's in Revelations 2.
Also, I know we're only seeing the upper part, but I have a hunch she's ditched the dress.
I'm
I
kind
was
of
looking
surprised.
at I was looking at concept art for the RE2 remake, and there was actually a dress design that had a turtleneck and longer sleeves.
Oh,
So this could be like a warmer like knit dress that like goes to knee
Okay.
height ish.
That's
I guess
interesting.
I'd need to see the whole thing then for it to make sense in my head.
But it could also be a design where they gave her kind of like Assignment Ada-ish like turtleneck and like pants, like combat pants.
Combat
Or
pants.
like leather pants again.
Oh,
This
this
is
this is
part.
Leon.
Why does he look so
Without the
small?
jacket.
Why does he look so small in the boat?
This is a
It's a
big,
big
boat.
boat.
But in the original RE4, he was basically the size of the boat. What happened?
They made the boat bigger. You know,
Maybe
yeah,
remakes.
shrunk Leon.
it's baby Leon, you know?
There's also no
Wah.
harpoons.
Well,
think
maybe
they will-
maybe
Oh, wait,
maybe
they
this
were.
is maybe this is after the fight and he's already thrown all the harpoons. Because like he's not looking too good. Like if you zoom in on his
Just
arm, it
taking
looks
a
like
nap.
the dark vein stuff from the cutscene that comes after this is
It's
sort
not
of
just
showing
like
there's something.
weird, like just bad
This looks
shadowing
more
there.
like shadowing.
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's just
no,
weird
here.
shadowing.
Like there's something funky with this arm. Something looks funky there.
Oh, you mean the one that's further away? I feel like that
Yeah,
goes
this
just be
one
weird
this one that I'm
shadows.
covering over here. This arm.
So here-ish.
Yes.
That just
And
looked like
especially
it like just like did the shadows to me,
okay,
but I don't know.
it's possible.
We'll know in March 2023.
Oh, but the big cheese, the big cheese.
Everybody gets a hat.
With a hat.
Interesting choice.
Mr. X gets a hat.
yeah.
Nemesis didn't get a hat, and
Looks-
Ventoro Mendes gets a hat.
An
Got a,
Illuminados pendant.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's an achievement for shooting the hat off.
Oh, there has to be. It's law.
Roots.
The question that people were having is he gonna pursue her like Mr. X?
I hope not. I'm kind of tired of that mechanic.
It will be the 5th game in a row to do it now, because
I don't
RE7 had Jack, RE2 had Mr. X, RE8 had Lady Dimitrescu, and RE3 briefly had Nemesis. It will be the 5th game in a row.
Yeah, I hope they don't, because that was never his role in the original.
They'd have to
No,
like
yeah.
drastically change the level, like the level structure for that to even make sense. I think. But I
It
guess we'll
would,
see.
but I wouldn't put it past them. And I guess this is Leon going like, oh no!
Oh no, they did the shadows on my arm. No. It's his Ashley
Eyes.
eyes. Very detailed
This
eyes.
is apparently this is kind of a bit of a talking point, because her eyes were hazel in the original, and now they're blue.
Oh no.
Couldn't actually remember what their eye color was.
So this actually has become like a bit of a talking point. Jesus, that was loud.
Oh god.
Teeth.
He angry.
You should brush your teeth.
Brush your
That's some good teeth.
Actually,
That's
those
some
are pretty
good
good teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, that's some good. They're pretty good teeth. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's right teeth. He looks angry. I just want to say, and the melee weapons are
Yes.
returning. They can still use melee weapons. I mean, that's not a big shocker, but they can use
Hope
them.
Leon can too.
That'd be interesting.
This is the
Birds.
church outside the church.
Yep.
In daytime, that's slightly different, I think.
No,
Don't-
you arrive at
yeah.
the church at daytime.
Oh,
Yeah, so what
I
to
should
say?
get there before the Del Lago
Yeah.
thing, because you
Yeah,
need to
because-
find
yeah.
the emblem to get in.
Yeah.
oh right.
It looks good. The graphics are pretty spiffy.
Oh, by the way,
work.
Well,
we should mention that this game so far has been announced for current gen and PC only. There is no PS4 and Xbox One version. It's just PS5, Xbox Series machines, and the PC.
that is true.
Sacred body.
So that might be one of the reasons why it looks so good.
Now.
Was that I forget his name.
Now, Sadler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds like a
Ah.
reinterpretation of the cutscene where Leon gets injected.
I feel like the character designs for the most part are very faithful.
Mm.
The staff looks pretty similar.
Yeah.
I think if you go a few frames ahead, there might be another look at him, like closer.
Oh yeah.
That's Sadler.
Oh yeah. That's definitely Sadler's nose. I could recognize
Actually,
it a mile away.
It's
But yeah,
Krauser.
it's got like
It's
the
actually Krauser. It's a plot twist.
tentacly
It's actually
stuff.
Krauser. That's newish.
During a Simon
choose,
beta,
like,
he
this degree,
turned
right?
one of his arms into like a full tentacle to do like a tentacle swipe, so it's not entirely new.
Yeah, but never like multiple at the same time, right?
Yeah, it was only during the final boss fight, I believe.
I guess he kind of stepped up his game.
Just makes me wonder if that's the new way how he's like infecting, kind of like how Nemesis does it in the RE3 remake when he gives the zombies like the any alpha parasite. Like if he like puts like his arm on your head, like it somehow eats your face or something.
I don't know.
Have a
Speaking
look
of not
at
knowing
Leon.
things, Leon's dialogue in this ending part, I don't understand it.
Just
It's
forget what happened that night.
like, what is he talking about?
I think he's talking about Raccoon.
Even for
Yeah, that's my guess as well. Some people were saying, speculating that he's like feeling sad because he messed up his like protection duty, but to me it sounds like it's the shtick they love doing, where it's like, Raccoon City can't forget.
Yeah, I think it's related to Raccoon. That's my guess because there was it wasn't huge, but it was like brought up in the original a few times.
Just
Yeah.
like Raccoon.
Like when he's
Yeah.
all like, "I used to be a cop myself, only for a day though, and I thought I was bad."
I saw. I'm not sure if it's true, but I saw someone claim that there's a model who streams on Twitch, and people are claiming that she is a face model for Ashley in this game. But I
We
forget.
actually already know who it is. Like she just got revealed, I think.
Oh really?
Yes. I just don't remember her name right now, but it has been confirmed who it is.
Ella Freya,
That
I
sounds
think
right.
is the name that people were saying that might be Ashley. I mean, it looks pretty similar.
second.
What is the? Can we look at the picture?
This time, for
The rendering on like the sheen of the picture is really good. Like
Oh, yeah.
this materials.
If I didn't know any
Who's
better, I
this?
would think this was taken on like the island portion of the game in the room she's being kept in. I don't know, just like the room behind her makes me think of like the island for some reason.
The room behind her makes it look like a classroom or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's a crop photo because this is like another
Yeah.
person next to her.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're like desks in the background there. I think.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, school is basically a prison.
second.
True.
This time, it can be different.
Or daytime? Is it, I guess he's walking towards the village there. I think. Yeah. That definitely
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
looks
that
like
looks
the
like the
opening,
village. Yeah,
Yeah.
the entrance.
This
you
is like
take.
the tower in the main
Yeah.
village part. It's just destroyed this in this version.
Destroyed.
Destroy.
It has to.
It does look really spiffy.
It does.
March
Our engine is
next
doing
year.
work.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
just
now
let-
we need
Hmm?
to wait. Go back.
Whoa.
We need to talk. Well, first of all, we need to move away from the middle. And yes, we need to talk about Leon's brown sheepskin leather bomber jacket appears with permission from Shot NYC.
Ryman?
Yeah.
You said this was only announced for like current gen, right? I might be dumb here, but PS4 logo, PS4. Why is that cover
yeah,
right
I
here?
did just see that, but it's
Oh.
not in this list up here.
Yeah, that's Weird.
Maybe a mistake? I don't know.
Hard to
Maybe.
say.
Yeah, so the leather jacket, the leather jacket Leon wears is based on a real leather jacket you can buy from this company. It costs $1,500.
I thought it was
Ah.
1800.
You know-
I see different versions floating around. The one I saw, $1,500.
Jesus Christ.
I actually thought it was going to cost more.
No, that's already 6 Leon's jacket.
No.
That was
Well, that's
2000.
like 10,000. Yeah, I was gonna say that's like 10,000.
So yeah, it is weird it mentions PS4 like down here, but not in the main list. Very strange.
I'll just
But
let
like,
the trailer play one more time so we can actually hear the audio because I pause all the time.
right, okay. Well, there's no audio here.
24.
Yeah.
2023.
I guess it doesn't really start off with a lot of audio at the beginning here.
Click.
Well, I mean, there's a guitar. There's a guitar. Very exciting guitar.
Specific
There's
type of
this-
guitar I can't remember the name of right now.
Sitar? Oh wait, it's not sitar.
No,
Let me look it up.
is it like a flamenco? Is that? I don't know if that's right.
It is flamenco music.
I'll go back a little bit there so the audio is less Chip and Dale.
Condor Wonder Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
I'm guessing
Baby
Baby
Eagle?
Eagle is Ashley.
Yeah, baby, McLuhan, baby.
I wonder if that's
Eagle.
Mike who was speaking, if he'll have a bigger role.
Mike!
It just makes me wonder, or hope that they haven't replaced Hunnigan and that it's not that generic dude replacing her.
Oh yeah, that'd be a sad change.
I like Hunnigan.
She wasn't in Infinite
Guess
Darkness,
you
was it? Was
mean-
she?
No.
Picked the wrong spot to
I
vacation, eh?
hope they haven't replaced her.
That show had actually very few characters.
Not much
That
dialogue.
just sounds like
Receive our
Sherry's yell
most
from
sacred
RE2 reused.
Who was talking
It
there? Was
begins-
that Salazar?
You will
Salazar?
receive our most
Sattler?
sacred body.
Yeah, that's Sattler.
Yeah, Salazar.
It begins now.
It's not the same as Michael J. Jtegh, though. It's not the same, you know?
Ah, they're
Like-
playing up the trees in the logo as well.
Like, I loved how
Just
he was
forget what
chewing
happened
the
that night.
scenery.
The pain.
Ah, but
This
we
is
can't
what
have
second.
too much cheese in our Resident Evil now. We have to take it somewhat seriously.
This time,
Ah,
it
I
can
miss
This
be
voice is
different.
definitely Nick Apostle.
Yes, yeah.
It has to.
What's that entire thing he
does-
says there?
If only I could forget what happened that night.
If I could just
pain.
forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different.
Yeah, so he's probably referring
It
to
has to.
Raccoon City, I assume. Yeah, but yeah,
He
like
does try to
the
sound-
the dialogue is definitely like 100% completely different. Like nothing is seemingly reused dialogue-wise.
yeah, like in the original, Leon didn't seem that shook up about the events from Raccoon City.
So I guess it's pretty fair to say the pretty much all the cheese might be gone in this one because they are like this seems to be a very like gritty, serious take on RE4. That's like a lot more focus on
Well,
her.
except for Mendez's hat. That's silly.
It's a good hat.
I mean, like Mr. X had a hat as well. Like I don't know, I feel like they're
I'm-
okay with adding hats to everything.
I'm semi-fine with them like taking it more serious because the original RE4 is available on modern platforms. It is preserved. You can buy it like on PC, Switch, PS4, Xbox. You can play it on your PS5.
And you can play it in
Series.
VR, provided you don't mind
And
selling your soul to
VR,
Meta.
So I'm sort of okay with them having a different interpretation of it. But I do hope they still remember to keep some of the cheese because I do think that is integral to the game's like whole identity, so to speak. Like it is known for being like cheesy and in a self-aware kind of way.
So, to quote the official website for RE4, Resident Evil 4 is a remake of the 2005 original Resident Evil 4, reimagined for 2023. to bring state-of-the-art survival horror. Resident Evil 4 preserves the essence of the original game while introducing modernized gameplay, a reimagined storyline, and vividly detailed graphics to make this the latest survival horror game where life and death, terror, and catharsis intersect. Catharsis. Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
It's all good.
So
Yeah,
with that they try to preserve the essence makes me think that they'll at least try to keep some elements to it. Like
it also just has like
RE2
peer speak,
Remake
and like
had
peer
some
speak is
too.
so hard to parse.
Yeah,
It, like
but
like that reminds me a lot of a line from the press release, which says, "Now this reimagined tale of
Jesus
survival in
Christ.
the face of overwhelming terror returns to deliver us visual, stunning, modern gaming experience that is true to the promise of the original release." It's just weird peer speak. It's so hard to tell what they actually mean.
It can be different.
Okay, I
think
know,
Leon's
I
turned.
know Nick is trying to do a deeper voice for Liam because he's aged up, but Jesus Christ, man, you're overdoing it here, I
This is
feel.
kind of intense, yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
it might be just a little too deep
This
here.
time,
And, right, of course,
it can be.
there's one
no,
other thing.
Nick, lighter. You need to make a lighter voice.
A lighter?
If I could just forget what happened that night,
Nailed it. Perfect. Ship it.
even for a second.
You know, when I first
time,
heard the rumors that
it can
this
be
was
different.
happening, I almost didn't believe it because, like,
It has to.
we've had a remake of RE1, RE2, and RE3, and now we're getting one for RE4. If they keep this up, they're just going to remake the entire series.
Except Code Veronica. They just skipped over Code Veronica.
Well, I don't know.
Like-
I don't think I'm too surprised
And-
as picking RE4 out of all of them, because RE4 is just, I mean, I feel like it is the most popular game in the series.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's true. I wish Code Veronica got a remake. I think that's a game that could really use one.
But the thing is,
make it not as
RE5,
terrible.
RE5 sold really well, so if,
Don't
I
even dare. Don't even dare.
could see them
stay.
continuing
Capcom,
down
you
this
stay,
strange
you
path.
Stay, you
I could
stay
also see them
away from
stopping with
RE5,
this one. I don't
Capcom,
know.
You stop. Stop it. Don't go near RE5 to Capcom. You stay. I gotta go stop Capcom queue. Capcom. Hey, Capcom. Hey.
But like going back to what we mentioned talking about earlier, I think I personally don't really care too much that like the general tone is like grittier and more grounded. Like the cheese is gone. It's kind of a bummer, but I'm okay with it. I feel like with them making everything more grounded and more serious, more horror-based, I feel like that might also be a sign that maybe they just get rid of the melee system because maybe it would be seen as silly in this kind of setting, with it being more serious.
That would change
Well-
RE4's gameplay a lot.
Well, the reason I'm not too worried about that yet is because they're not afraid to do silly things in the other games. Like,
I mean, if you look at RE3 Remake, Carlos has like
Great
the,
game.
The
Haymaker.
counter punch.
Haymaker?
Yeah, the haymaker.
Yeah, it does,
And,
but I
like, the
mean,
shoulder
he does,
charge.
but it kind of feels more like as an Easter egg. But because it's so hard to set up, isn't it? If I recall.
Just do a double
Um,
dodge with him, then you punches.
You can also do it by throwing a flashbang at the zombies, and then you can just do the punch like you've set up a melee in RE4, 5, or 6.
Yes.
So you can do it with like flash grenades. So that to me felt kind of like a prototype for a system of this.
Still, for some reason, I just find it hard to imagine to see like all these like super realistic gritty graphics, and all of a sudden this dour Leon just does a suplex on a cultist.
Let him suplex.
I mean,
hope so.
I'm in agreement. I hope it happens, but I'm having trouble seeing it right now.
It's part of what makes RE4's gameplay loop fun. It's like your,
Exactly.
Yeah, I
the
mean, yeah,
options
it
you have.
is one
Yes,
of like the.
I agree.
It's one of the pillars for like it's one of like the core mechanics for the game. So I'll be yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could still be a fun without it, like if they just overall designed to be a fun game. But I just don't know. I just really miss that style of RE action gameplay. Like I really miss like 4, 5, and 6 that fogs and melee.
Same.
Like
Especially-
that is my favorite type of
especially
RE gameplay.
5 and 6, yeah.
Yes.
Super fun.
Website in the story section does specifically mention that Leon is more experienced and that he has multiple missions on his back. So that makes me feel like that they specifically emphasize he is more experienced, so he'll have more like combat abilities. So I feel like the combat system is to some degree gonna be in there.
That makes me wonder if they're going to reference Operation Javier from Darkside Chronicles, because that took place before RE4.
They could. I mean, that didn't exist when RE4 originally came out.
Yeah.
But now that this game, with this game they could do that. They could reference that.
I mean,
with Krauser and
Oh, they do. It'd be neat.
According to you two, it's already pulling from Infinite Darkness.
So
There
I
is
just,
not a lot to pull from that show, but by all means.
But they are doing it, according to you.
Yeah, like, it's fine that they are. Just, I'm still sad about that show. I was really hoping it would be more than what it was.
I just want to point out that we've had like we're getting this. We had RE4 VR like last year. We had that HD piece release some years ago. They ported to current gen consoles, to previous gen consoles. Like, it's hard to keep track of everything this game has been ported and like remade on. But I just want us to remember. I just want us to remember the most important part.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
no!
Now this is RE4. Look at those amazing blue enemies.
Hide me.
What is a Zebo anyway?
Brazilian-only console.
Huh.
Yes. It also had Quake 2 on it,
this
I
version
think.
of the game.
Oh wow.
I've played through the whole thing like multiple times because this is the version they ported to iPhones. I've played through this whole thing. It's an experience.
It looks like an experience.
Even
made
the
most of the
trailer
game,
can't make the game play well.
Yeah, they made most of the game into shmup.
Huh.
I like that.
Like you would just kill all the enemies and that would like complete a chapter, but a chapter was like a single stage like this.
Yeah, I have no words, but it's just baffling how many times they ported RE4 like remade it. There's so many versions of the game.
I think at some point they're gonna risk like giving people RE4 fatigue.
I thought we reached that point already.
No, it keeps selling.
I mean, I feel with this remake that it's definitely going to change for people, especially if they change things up. Because
and I mean
that
that
is a lot more focus on horror, which is what a lot of people wanted from RE4.
The fact that this was released in 2009, the same year as RE5.
It's impressive.
This is the press release for
there's
the
there's
game.
an R and there's an E.
Yeah, so the thing is like you can see the entire logo. It's just that the logo is mostly white on a white background, so you kind of get this result, which is
Survival is just the beginning into Reawakened Resident Evil Trademark 4 on March 24th, 2023.
Just
also,
use drop shadows when you do stuff like this. Please, drop shadows. It's not that hard.
Also, as the rest of this podcast might prove, 2023 is it's kind of packed.
Yeah, there's gonna be stuff that year.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of screenshots. Since I mentioned press release, I can mention a few things mentioned there. That, for instance, they mentioned there that this version heightens the original's creative direction to tell a story that is darker, even more unsettling. So that just like even more more of a confirmation that they're gonna like change the story and also just make it more like gritty and like horror based.
Hopefully the writing is good.
The press release also mentions that this has many of the same developers that also worked on the RE2 remake that was released in 2019.
That's good.
Okay.
They also talk quite a bit about like RE4 was the first game in the series to use a third-person camera and blah blah blah. That does remind me that it didn't show in this version of the trailer, but they did announce that this will have PlayStation VR support of some kind.
Oh yes, the VR. Well, VR2 support specifically.
Yeah,
not
they're
the other
developing specific content for PSVR 2.
Yeah, the trailer said PlayStation VR2 content also in development. And I'm assuming that's not the whole game in VR, but some kind of bonus mode. I feel like that's the most logical conclusion.
Actually, Sectus, I have a counter argument to Mr. Capcom about the RE4 being the first third-person entry in the series.
Oh,
My counter argument is Resident Evil Dead Aim, released in 2003.
Oh
that's
yeah,
not a
that's
very good
again,
counter argument.
that's a
That was
That's a good
third
point.
person. Capcom, please remember Dead Aim. You're
Oh, and
welcome.
of
This
course.
is the this is the same place where Ashley was.
Yeah, I think
before.
so.
Like from
No
the
more
trailer,
bursts.
with more burbs and no Ashley standing in the way, so you can see everything.
Yeah.
Wait, there
Now-
was a thing with text here, wasn't there? When
Yeah,
Ashley
like
was
I tried to look
standing
for it
here?
now, but I can't see it. Maybe is that like do you see a
Spooky.
2 there? Maybe like a 2 there?
I think it's obscured by this thing,
Yeah,
whatever
maybe.
it is.
Yeah.
Now, Sectus,
What?
does the press release mention anything at all, even the slightest little morsel about mercenaries?
Kind of indirectly, maybe, not really.
Oh,
It
that
does
does
not
not
mention
sound
mercenaries,
reassuring.
but it does mention the game is single player only. So that means there
Oh.
is no mercenaries with multiplayer, at the very least.
No.
Well, that would be just like the original, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's like zero chance, right, that they're making the entire game support VR, and that also means the entire game is actually just first person. It's not third person at all.
That sounds like an awful lot of extra work for a game that's coming out in early 2023. Then again, maybe this VR2 content isn't launching with the game.
But I'm assuming it's going to be bonus mode, and the main game is just fully third person.
It's going to be a pre-order bonus.
The chicken is a pre-order bonus?
Yes.
Oh.
Guaranteed golden egg.
Oh,
I guess you won't be
might
going to
actually
this
do it.
tower in this version.
Can you zoom in here? Up, please. Up a little bit, like on the gate here. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, in the original RE4, this is like a big metal gate. This is like the path that leads to the big cheese's house.
Oh yeah.
Very
Welcome to my
smelly.
home. Oh.
The big cheese. Because this is a little shack.
Oh, yeah.
Gave it a door this time.
It is a door. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you,
Can't believe
R2.
it. Another shot of the village. Another chicken.
I was kind of
Aside
hoping Sectus
from,
would get that reference, but he didn't.
Aside from the whole place looking a bit more like smaller, like the area between these buildings looks smaller.
Yeah.
It's pretty faithful otherwise.
Yeah. It looks like. Do you think you can still go on this roof? I feel like maybe.
Yeah,
I
look,
don't know.
I mean, I'm walking on it right now.
Oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, you would normally you would be able to walk like on this little bit right here, like
Yeah.
that goes around to whatever.
Yeah, like in the original, isn't there like a spindle here?
Yeah, Spinel.
Yeah. There's
Ah,
like a
there.
window on the side of the building, and you jumped out.
Yeah, leading to the room where you get the shotgun.
Yeah.
He better still dive through those in the most over-the-top way.
I don't
He
know.
better.
What reference was
can
it
you
once
zoom
again?
in on the.
What?
Oh yeah, the insignia is still on the door to
Oh
the
yeah.
to the church thing.
Skulls.
Schools.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess maybe part of the game might be kind of faithful.
I think there's no ladder to lead to this window, but yeah, I think they put that up in the cutscene.
Yeah, it's not there from the start.
Yeah.
It looks smaller, this window.
It does. What are they planning? Great.
I don't see a
Chainsaw.
door.
Shit.
It could be open because it is open in RE4, like the
Oh,
original game,
yeah,
so that
yeah,
you can walk in and then it triggers the cutscene.
Isn't there supposed to be like a burning man here?
Yeah, there
Oh.
is.
Doesn't look like there is currently.
It's just fire. It's hot.
Fire.
Oh, this. Oh yeah,
Oh.
this looks even more like baby R2 Remake Leon. There's another
Baby.
look at
He needs
Ashley
a beard.
here.
He needs a
Ah.
beard.
This is like key art for the game.
Really cool key art.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
This is a similar shot as in the trailer.
But Lee
That
needs a
bunny.
beard. He needs a beard. Lee needs a
That
beard.
is so rude. Who would
Oh
kill a bunny?
no, bunny!
What the F,
No.
man?
See, now
Yeah,
they made it
skulls again.
personal.
So
Now it is personal.
when it comes to the box art for the physical release, I really hope they play more into the PAL version box art.
Yeah,
that,
that
like,
are
that's
very fancy box art.
as opposed to the lame US box art.
I would like the PS2 US version where they art Shinkiro.
Oh, with the horrible chin.
Yeah, but Shinkiro.
Some of these things look like
Right.
stupidly like accurate. Like the fact that there's like the wind direction rooster on top of the church and
So
these symbols on the graves.
it's been a while since I've played the PC versions of, well, the PC version of RE2 Remake. But anytime we zoom in, the first thing I notice is like the aggressive film grain all over the screen. Could you turn that off in any version of like
I
Yes.
RE2
believe that's an
Remake?
option.
Good, because I kind of hate the film grain.
Film grain, chromatic aberration, all that stuff. You could turn
Lens
it off.
flare, motion blur, depth of field.
I
Yeah,
think
you
I'd
could turn
mainly
it
just
off.
be concerned about the film grain and the chromatic aberration.
I mean, every RE Engine game so far has
Oh,
allowed you
God.
to turn it off. Yep, this is the tweet that I was talking about. Like, you can buy the jacket for $1,500.
Of course, it's Joe
Jesus
Munster
Christ.
posting this.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of expensive. I don't think I'll buy it.
Me either.
I think the RE6 jacket is still actually more expensive.
Like,
It looks really
Wait,
comfy,
hang on.
though.
it does, but it's
Snail
too much
6
money.
non-jacket.
That's a lot of money. Oh yeah, this is a pretty important thing to mention. This is
Yep.
a
Oh,
tweet
never mind.
from
It's actually more expensive.
there's a tweet
the
from the
RE4.
official Japanese like Resident Evil Twitter account.
Part of the first trailer in advance. Marketing
Yeah.
campaigns. They
So-
confuse me.
What this says to me is that it's a possibility that we're going to get like a full or extended trailer next week at Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
I mean, introducing a part of the first trailer.
In advance.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I've seen multiple people aside from like the Google Translate on Twitter. I've seen like actual translators say that this is mostly correct, like that it's like a part of the first trailer.
That cheeky Jeff Keighley getting all the scoops.
So yeah, I
exclusives.
think it would be very cool if we get like more stuff next week and it actually has gameplay because I want to see gameplay.
Yeah, that would be curious. To see.
Also, I feel like this should just become like the official slogan for the game: "Pleasure to escape and defeat death." That's such a good slogan.
Resident Evil 4 electric shock announcement.
God. Oh yeah, I just wanted to include this again. So yeah,
What?
like we
Oh boy.
we briefly showed this like amazing fan art made by someone on Twitter
What?
2 years ago when we talked about the original like RE4 remake rumors.
I'm so confused. What am I looking at?
So you
So
haven't played
this is
through
what,
RE3 remake, Ryman, right?
Hmm?
You haven't played through RE3 remake?
No, I have not.
So yeah, RE3 remake, it kind of is notorious for just skipping a part of the game and then you just end up in something called Nest 2, which is like it's in RE2 remake you have like a nest area that's more like some kind of laboratory, and in remake Resident Evil 3 remake you get to Nest 2 and it kind of just
I see.
skips like the whole like some kind of like factory and like a church tower or something. I forget where it
And a
was.
graveyard.
Yeah, and then people
Oh.
made this like parody for what would happen with the RE4 remake, where you get a castle, then there's an elevator, and then you're next to it.
Am I rude for saying this would be an improvement for me? Because I don't like the island in the original.
Would it be
Oh.
rude of me to say that I think something like this might actually happen? Because RE4 is a huge game. I wouldn't be surprised if they have just like slimmed it a little bit.
It is big, yeah.
Just
the funny
take the
thing
island
is,
out. It'll be better for me. I'm
This is
selfish.
something we said exactly like 2 years ago when the rumors were coming out, like when we talked about the rumors of an RE4 remake and when we did a podcast on RE8, we also had this image and we said basically the same thing. Like most of us like hated the island and that, you know, despite this being a parody and being funny, like if they trim out some of the bad parts of the island and you end up like in sort of a lab with the regenerators or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
But
I definitely feel. I mean, it also makes me worried a little bit because I feel like there's a big chance like Assignment Ada will go away. I feel like that would be kind of sad because I feel like it was fun like being able to like play as Ada for a while.
I hope that if they cut it, that they at least like combine it with like segues or something, that instead of having 2 Ada modes, there's at least like one that has like most of the content combined. Like I don't want a section like in the RE2 remake where it's like, oh, you get to play as Ada in like 3 rooms and that's it.
Oh god, yeah, that section was not that great.
But yeah, like people have also mentioned that they're worried about stuff getting cut out and immediately already complain about, oh, cut content.
We don't even know what the full content is.
Yeah, I mean, Capcom has to be aware how much people love RE4. You would assume that they like try to hit at least all the biggest story beats from every area, including like things from the castle, the island, the village.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean,
Yeah.
given how accurate the recreation of the village was in the remake, like the main village area, I don't think we'll need to worry too much.
I also think they're well aware that people were upset about RE3 Remake missing a few parts.
Yeah.
I think
So-
they're very much well aware of that.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if certain areas that they feel like don't fit, that those get like trimmed out. But like how they said that they want to keep the essence of the original game, I feel like it's gonna be like the biggest story beats should all be there.
So there is a problem with removing the island, even though people don't like it. If you remove the island, you also remove the regenerators.
Yeah, that's pretty iconic enemy in the game.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna hit like the village, the church, the castle, and they're not gonna do this. There's gonna be an island, or at least like a section that's gonna represent the things from the island. So yeah, I feel like all the bigger enemies, like the more memorable enemies, are gonna be there, whether or not they're in their exact locations. Like RE2 Remake also toyed a little bit with this, like surprising the players with having the liquor scare in a different position, stuff like that. So things definitely aren't going to be a one-to-one remake.
So what you're saying is that we'll get the regenerators in the church.
I'm gonna say that they're the first enemy you encounter. Actually, it's like
Oh,
before the
God.
village.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Oh yeah.
Now that just sounds like a
Excuse me,
randomizer gone
sir?
wrong.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to have bothered.
Oh no.
Sorry to have bothered.
This makes the game
Good to see it now.
Now I'm just really curious to see like El Gigante in this remake, because obviously he'll definitely be there.
Oh,
El
yeah.
Gigante, more like El Small.
The dog. The dog
Oh,
return.
Yeah, the dog. That has to come back. Like, come on, the dog.
If the
Hey,
dog's
it's that
in it-
dog.
If the dog's in it, then the Hunting Ground's gonna get a remake next because they got one
Yeah.
asset.
Please.
I'd be okay with that. That's a great game. Or at least a remaster. I would accept either. Capcom, please remember Haunting Ground.
Yes, please.
Give it some love. Because a physical copy of that game is $500.
Oh yeah. That's They
Right.
At least they could like re-release it on like PlayStation Network for the new PS Plus server or something. I don't know.
I hope
Right.
they will because they did re-release it in Japan on PS3 back in the day. So
I know we could probably talk about RE4 for ages, but maybe we've been talking about this for a while. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Like, I feel like maybe I'll just mention one last thing is that when it comes to PlayStation VR, they've only said it'll be PlayStation VR, right? Like, there's no like PC VR for this, right? They haven't
Yeah,
said
there's
that.
VR so far, PSVR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all it said
It's
is
gonna be
PlayStation
exclusive.
VR. Yeah, VR2, PlayStation VR2 content in development. That's all they.
So speaking of PlayStation VR,
Master
yeah,
of segues.
Let's take a look at him.
I mean, they did say ahead of the stream starting there would be
Well, Ethan
VR2
Winters.
stuff discussed.
You escaped.
so yeah,
from
and
my
they have
lab.
announced now that they'll release a version of
Let's
RE8
see how
with
special
VR support. Did they say it's gonna
It'll
be like a
probably
new?
just be a patch.
Oh yeah, so they didn't specify it if it's a new like release or if it's gonna be like a DLC thing, or
I think it'll just be a patch.
do you think it'll be that nice?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like
Like,
that's a
I'm
lot
pretty
to
sure
give for free
Sony.
as a
I'm pretty sure
patch.
Sony have funded this patch. I'm pretty sure Sony funds it.
And you
I
can,
just
like,
want to say
freely
it
move
is
your arms.
the timing for this is interesting because like an unofficial VR mod for the PC version of this game like came out very recently.
Man,
Yeah, and that VR mod for like this and a few other RNG games, it's a very fancy mod. Like it has free like hand movement as well.
Free baby movement as well.
Oh yeah. But someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but
close to spell. I mean, what?
but RE7 VR it didn't let you freely move your hands, right?
I don't
I
think
don't-
so.
Remember?
Yeah, so I think this is actually like a first. Like this is, I feel like this is a pretty big deal because it makes like VR a lot more interesting.
The way how this
Yeah.
plays is very inspired by RE4 VR on the Oculus
Yeah.
Quest.
Yeah.
Like the way how
Bella.
you can juggle your guns, do this kind of stuff. I think the shot is a little bit further in the trailer. This,
Yeah, the like
being
you
able to
dual
hold
wield,
two
yeah.
guns is pretty much identical to RE4, and being able to like flip them around, toss them between your hands. That seems very inspired by the RE4 VR version.
Do you think it could be the same team?
That was done by Oculus, so I don't think it is.
Oh, really?
Like,
In-house by Oculus?
No, yeah, no, that was it was published by-
Armature.
Yeah, Armature was the
it's
developer.
Armature. It's like an Oculus studio, but there's no way this is done by
Well,
Armature.
it's an Oculus studio now, but I think Armature, that was the same studio that did that Xbox exclusive Recore game, I think. I think that was them. And then I think they got bought by Oculus sometime after that.
I can quickly mention some stuff from the press release here where it says
Yes.
that this is for the story mode. I feel like that implies we won't get VR for Mercenaries. For those few
Oh.
people who remembers that this game actually has a Mercenaries mode. That wasn't very good, by the way.
Is it though?
It is a mode called Mercenaries.
Yeah,
But
it's
it-
yeah. I feel like it's kind of best forgotten. I did not like that version of Mercenaries. I like
It was
yeah,
not a good Mercenaries mode.
yeah. Mercenaries was great in like RE4, 5, and 6, but in
And
8
Mercenaries
was
3D.
garbage. Oh yeah, 3D. Yeah, that's a good point. The press release also mentioned that this utilizes the headset's 4K HDR display, eye tracking, 3D audio, and other advanced features.
It is
Nice smell.
no.
It looks
Aw.
better than RE7 did in VR, but it begs
Well-
to see how good the visual quality is really gonna be. Because
Well,
RE7 in VR destroyed the visual quality. Like the resolution was dropped significantly to maintain 60 FPS.
well, the thing is, the PS5 is far, far better suited as a VR machine, and the actual specs of the headset are way, way higher than the original PlayStation VR. So I think it might actually look relatively close to what we see in this trailer.
It's
Okay, I guess they just put that in every PlayStation thing. That's because this is not coming to PS4. Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
They specifically said VR2, so there's no way that
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Yeah.
So that must maybe Sony's silly and say no. You have to put this in, even if it's not coming. To this system.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is available on PS4, but
Technically,
yeah,
but it's not getting this
I
content.
have a
so-
PS4 copy.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
You made a fine
Lightly
addition to
mature.
my collection.
There's a few screenshots of the VR stuffs.
Yeah, like compared to PlayStation 4 VR, this looks so sharp.
I mean, these are
So-
4K screenshots. Do we think like these screenshots are taken from the VR build, or is it some kind of like debug build where they can like just mess around with it and go just crazy with settings? Because this, I mean, this just looks like the game.
I also just don't remember those enemies
Mm.
being here.
I mean, I guess it could be
They
a bull
look a bit
shot.
Oh, that's a fair
different
point.
too. Their faces look a bit different. Like I don't remember them
Ah,
having this like stuff on their face.
But yes, I'm as someone who owns a VR headset, I am very curious about this PlayStation VR 2. I was not all that keen on the PS4 VR. I just thought it was too many sacrifices.
As
And-
someone who owned a PSVR, it's not great.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
also
you can
like,
play Astrobot. I heard that game is really good. I want to play that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Also, something I haven't confirmed, but I hope the VR2 headset is backwards compatible with the PS4 VR games. It's going to be a real bummer if it's not.
I think they confirmed that.
Because another issue with PS4 VR that I've heard is that the tracking of the Move controllers is poor. Like, very jittery.
I want to say they confirmed it was backwards compatible.
I sure hope so.
I could be wrong. It's been a while.
Are we moving
is
on
there-
to the next thing?
I think
Sure.
Before we do,
Oh.
it's very obvious that with this trailer they're using the marketing effectively, like showing the thing that people want to see, which is Lady Dimitrescu in VR.
Oh yeah, oh god, oh yeah.
The focus of this trailer was like 90% castle.
Yeah. Oh god, just imagine this with mods, oh Jesus Christ.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. Like they know what they're doing. They know which area they're picking. Like so
Yeah.
much of their marketing material for this game is like centered around a castle.
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
think it's the best part of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely
It
by
is.
far. We have more
Peggy
trailers.
15.
Oh, Peggy.
More trailers.
Oh, hello, Peggy.
16.
Oh.
Metro
Oh.
City! Metro City! Okay, I'm gonna
Getting
stop.
hungry.
Final
Yeah.
Feast.
Giant Attack. Hey, that's Street
God.
Fighter 3 second edition.
You can't
His
escape.
name.
You can't escape.
Hugo.
Final Fight is not a Capcom
Yes.
fighting game
Yep.
thing?
Which crosses over to Street Fighter quite frequently.
I feel like
Like
this
right now.
symbol here is kind of similar to the original logo they showed for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, it is.
And that logo, they kind of just changed the tally now. With good reason. The original logo wasn't good.
Look at them embracing the hip hop. It's good.
Luke.
When you go looking for strength,
Yeah, I still don't really
It's
like
not like
this
a
guy,
game.
but his design is better than
this
in
journey
5.
doesn't have a
Yeah,
real
he looks
ending.
better here. Also looks better here than in the.
So
Okay,
Love
then.
these effects
You
here.
ready?
I forget. Was it confirmed
You
that
wanna
Street
start
Fighter
off
6
on the
was
right
using
foot in
RE
this
engine?
city.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because
it's our
it
engine.
sure looks it.
This is the part that caught me off guard. In the
You caught
trailer.
everyone off guard. I mean, just wait for it. After this part with the
Mad
Mad
Gang,
Gear
it's
gang.
also Final Fight.
I say here. Like, what is it? What is it? What is happening? This is a fighting game. This isn't supposed to what's happening in a fighting game.
Also, is this a custom character? Like, is this
Yes.
create your own fighter?
I think
we-
if we go back in the trailer a little bit, you see the character's face, and it
Do we?
just looks like a generic character.
Oh yeah, we did sit there. I'll pause it when it happens. I want to look at these guys actually. I take it all back. I want to look at these guys. What the hell?
That's one way to save
Mad
budget for
Gear.
modeling more faces.
I mean, you'd have to be a Mad Gear to wear the silly boxes.
Oh,
and,
he's one of the bosses from Final Fight.
never played Final Fight.
Oh yeah, it looks like a custom character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So By the way, this is mentioned on the official website. Like what we're seeing right here is called the World Tour, which is an immersive single-player story mode. There's a completely new experience that defies genre labels. Carve out your own legend on the streets. Look out for more news on World Tour in the near future.
You know what you finally are? A Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think Maximilian mentioned that in his get this.
Yeah, you're just fighting like random people, because in that one frame, you're fighting that dude.
Oh yeah, like you only sit. Never mind, we didn't see anything there. I only focus on this
guy.
generic dude.
Like this is a generic dude, but like
Yeah.
it
We see like briefly
transitions
here.
into a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
kinda,
pretty nuts.
There's no table. This stuff's floating.
Oh god, that is. Oh god.
Work in progress. Don't
Game
look at this.
development.
Don't
Nothing
look
to
at
see here. Nothing to see here.
Did any of you guys play? I think it's called Mortal Kombat Deception on the PS2.
I did
I
not.
did not.
It actually had a mode that's kind of similar to this. Like it's like a full open world. You like run around, talk with NPCs, and you will like fight people here and there. It actually reminds me a lot of that mode.
Almost sounds like a better realized Mortal Kombat mythology. And now the moment Icewave has been waiting for.
Yeah, that is
It's my wife.
Chun-Li's new design.
My wife. It's my wife.
It is a.
My wife. Did you know it's my wife?
It is a very impressive
And hot read.
all very impressive redesigns.
He
I
looks
mean-
so good.
I mean,
She
let's
looks so
be honest.
good.
We're just gonna see, like with Ryu specifically, we're just gonna see the return of the hot Ryu memes. You just know it.
I mean, he looks pretty hot. Not gonna lie.
Now this guy's cool. I like this guy.
I think it's called his. I think his name is Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
there
see
is-
the names in a moment.
According to some people, I think it was Maximilian. He thinks he might be like a cousin to Ying and Yun from Street Fighter 3. I hope that's their names.
I mean, this
Yeah, I
game
think
is
so.
pulling so much from
at
Street.
this.
Yeah,
look
it-
at this animation work. Oh my sweet.
Yeah, it's
So-
really good.
Is this all new animation work compared to 5?
Yeah, this is all new.
Yep.
It's kind of nuts that they keep remaking animation for each game. Like I can't think of any other fighting game that actually does that. Does a lot
Yeah,
of
I
work.
think Capcom does it because they want it to look consistent. They want the quality to be consistent across the board.
And so they've already confirmed it, but some of the stuff that they were doing here are like gremlin noises, but they were like actual parries.
Yeah. Like you see Luke doing it when he's fighting Jamie. Like this game, it feels like it's pulling quite a bit from Street Fighter 3.
there's-
The mentions. Oh yeah. By the way, this is also something mentioned on the website. This is something called the Battle Hub, which I think is supposed to be like maybe a hub for like PvP matches.
Yeah.
It certainly looks
New
like it. And
challenger,
yeah,
Kimberly.
yeah, another character, I assume.
Which looks pretty damn spiffy. Like overall, this game just looks really neat.
Yeah, like our team on point for this.
Like it's also just going from like, oh yeah, Kimberly. But like going from like Street Fighter 5, where like I think they did a good job with the trailers for that and everything, but Street Fighter 6 is just like leaps above that already.
Okay, good. I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah,
the trailer.
that-
Yeah, go back to the end. I'm glad the trailer you found has this, because yeah, it's coming back to Xbox, and also PS4 is the only
Yeah.
last gen version according to this.
And again, like the PS4 log and stuff.
Hopefully
it's the
this
same here.
hopefully this is full crossplay. That would be amazing.
It would be, especially if the rollback netcode doesn't have the same problems as 5.
I don't think it will because they nailed it with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So I have faith in Capcom getting it right.
Yeah, I think like
do.
like the Xbox thing was a big surprise because like I think 5 was a PlayStation exclusive on consoles because Sony partially funded the development of 5.
This is correct. Otherwise, Street Fighter 5 will not come out till 2018, I think Capcom said.
So yeah, the fact that this is coming
When
to
you go looking for
Xbox
strength,
platforms,
It's not like a game.
it was
This
a bit of a
journey doesn't have
surprise.
real ending.
I can quickly mention with Ryman. I think it was Ryman mentioned like there's a whole parry thingy thing.
Yeah, you do see it in this trailer. When
Yeah, like the website
Looking
has
fight.
has more information about what is called like the drive system, where you can use some kind of gauge on like on moves called drive impact, drive parry, overdrive, art, drive rush, and drive reversal. So that might be part of that system.
So you can't just parry whenever you want. You need some kind of meter.
I think so, yeah.
God, the game looks so good.
Oh, you can.
Jtegh, did you mention like there's some kind of like shot somewhere in one of these trailers where like there's a cameo visible somewhere?
I think it's like very small somewhere, but
Is it in
there
this
is
trailer?
some more characters like hidden in this trailer. Like there's some familiar characters like hiding in the background.
Also, this young girl here, we don't know who she is.
I actually have a guess who it is.
Oh.
If we can go back to her.
Who, where, what?
The one Chun-Li's like sparring with.
Just let me know when I should pause.
Well,
Wait,
it's desync for me, so yeah, there you go. I think this is Lee Fen, the little girl that she's
What is that thing?
that's in Street.
Oh, that's Blanca-chan.
Blanca-chan.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's Blanca-chan.
Huh.
That's
That's cute.
But yeah, I think it's Lee Fen who she adopts basically because she's made an orphan by Shadowloo, and Chun-Li's. This game is set after Street Fighter 3, and Chun-Li's narrative in Street Fighter 3 is that she opens up a dojo and a home for orphans, and she takes them in, takes care of them, trains them in martial arts. So I think that that's Lee Fen that she's training.
Yeah, and she does look like she's just kind of playing with her, not really like...
Yeah.
Because she's got her arms behind her back and she's just going to bop her on the head.
Yeah, light tap. Boom, boom. Did I mention Chun-Li looks incredible? She looks incredible.
Yes. And here's Jamie.
God, look at this animation.
Drunken boxer. He's... During some of his animations, like, even in the fight, it looks like he's drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the animation work in Street Fighter, like, since 5, they've just been knocking it out of the park with the animation work.
Yeah, the animations look really good.
And now they're working with in-house tech as opposed to Unreal, which they might know better.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button there.
The versus screen looks so cool.
The kitty cat.
There's a cat there. There's a cat there.
Yeah.
There's a cat
Can
there.
be confirmed.
The lighting makes it almost look pink.
So, here. There's some friends here. This looks like Poison, because she has the white shirt and the pink hair.
Well, and that's Andre, one of the bosses from Final Fight again. Not quite Hugo, but Chun-Li.
I mean, he kind of looks like Hugo, but yeah, they're like in the background of the other stage, like back here. Like she's here and he's here.
Is that someone? Is that the guy supposed to be someone?
Billy
yeah,
Kane, what are you doing outside of jail with?
Yeah, I was going to say right there, that one King of
series.
Fighters character with the pole.
I'm glad me and Jtegh are on the same page.
We share the same brain cell.
God, this animation work.
The impacts are so good.
Yeah.
You can feel every hit, and I love it. Look at Ryu, sharp jump.
You can see this. Poison's holding a doggo.
Oh.
What?
Did something catch your attention, Jtegh?
Well, it's pretty much there. It's very obvious.
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of bot. There's a lot of bot with.
I love like the.
Chun-Li.
I also love that there's like an ink effect from where he leaves, for like where he starts to detect. There's like an ink effect.
Oh, he's
left
bearing.
behind.
This is the bearing.
Can you pause? Can you pause?
Pause where? For the back.
Frames back. Yeah,
Hold on, I'll just try to seek here.
She's holding a doggo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or cat. It's kind of hard to tell.
Dog cats. Cat
I think
dog.
it's a cat.
Might be the cat. It's cute. I think one of the guys' faces in the background was not very good. But
Let's go back.
I think that was a good face.
Good face. Let's look for the good face. I'm not sure where it was though.
It wasn't one. I think it's like the next shot of this fight, like that.
Is it this guy?
Face.
Oh, God. I think it's
That's a
from
good
the. I
face.
think it's lost from like the PS1 CG era.
Oh
Not PS2.
That's a good face.
But yeah, like it looks.
Stage looks cool.
It looks so like all these
Very
visual
detailed.
effects. Like, oh my word, it looks incredible. Oh, they impact, but
That's yeah.
Oh, God.
Demonetized.
Oh no! Please no!
ooh, and
Oh,
Luke
this finisher is
literally
so brutal.
murdering someone.
Are those fatalities?
I think
like
Jamie's is
supers.
almost a fatality, and look at the muscle work there.
Yeah, and Ryu has the Shin Shoryuken again.
About time he got it back. He spent the whole game not having it. It fell wrong.
And they made the
they've
logo much
redesigned-
better.
Yeah.
That's
they
a lot
redesigned
better.
it.
The last logo just looked like a stock picture. It was really badly made.
So I think here somewhere, I don't remember where.
Is it
it
supposed to be
was,
here? Like you see, like Kami, where are you, Kami? I tried to look for you, Kami. I can't see her. I
It
can't.
might be on like one of these screens or something. Because I saw a screenshot on Twitter, where she was very small in the background somewhere.
Yeah, she's like fighting Guile, and he's like 6 pixels.
Yeah.
It could be the other trailer because I do have another trailer for the 6 ready here, but it's a special trailer.
Can
It's
you
a very
zoom in
special
on
trailer.
like this stuff?
Oh, this is so few pixels.
Oh, hey! Whoa, 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 whoa!
What?
Hey!
Hey,
What?
what?
Street Fighter Alpha 2.
This one?
That's
Man.
cute.
Huh.
Alpha 2. That's
You
cute.
can
Easter
recognize
eggs.
those pixels? Oh yeah, actually I can think. Oh
Recognize
yeah,
that logo.
I can see the 2. Yeah, I can see the 2 there. Yeah.
Puzzle
This is some-
Fighter. That's
yeah.
Puzzle Fighter right here.
Are these the Capcom Fighting Game Collection games by any chance?
Some of them
I don't
are.
remember.
I think Puzzle Fighter is. Alpha 2 was only in the 30th anniversary Street Fighter collection.
Those logos over there I don't recognize.
Those I can't make out.
the
I
screen's
think
starting to
these are saying
change.
Street Fighter 6, actually.
I guess we'll move on to the next trailer of this, which is an interesting trailer.
Yeah, this will be interesting because
2015.
I have not seen the other trailers for Street Fighter 6 yet. I know there's like 2 other ones.
I've only seen
legend.
I've only seen a few seconds of this trailer.
Oh yeah, you know I'm ready.
Yeah, this is a thing.
Trying to read each other here?
Yeah,
At this range,
Real-time
many attacks
commentary.
can actually stick something out.
I'll admit, it's
Yeah.
kind of a neat idea.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I agree.
Well, we can get a better look at Poison. This trailer is like higher quality.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna better look at the cat there. I think that's a cat. It is confirmed
Meow.
it's a cat.
Cat.
Kitty cat.
I think it's like surely this commentary will just get samey after all. You hear the same stuff repeated over and over again, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can
And it
always turn it off.
claims it's gonna give you feedback on your gameplay. I'll be insanely impressed if that actually like if it gives you like valuable feedback. That's like useful.
Luke, you're killing him. You're Luke. Yeah, he's dead.
Wasn't there another game that did something similar, like a virtual fighter game that had like real-time commentary?
Can you go back again?
Can I go back? Go back?
Yeah. Wait. Pause. That looks so freaking neat.
Oh yeah, like look
He's
at this
so
stuff at the like the red and dark
The effect is
sparks.
really cool.
That looks so freaking cool.
Like, visually, this game is just firing on all cylinders. Like I think they took that feedback of Street Fighter 5 to heart.
It's free. Heavy punch. Parry. Touch punch.
I'm sorry.
13 languages.
subtitles?
That's a few.
But it's subtitles. I'm sorry, but if I'm playing a fighting game, I don't think I'll be able to read subtitles.
Ooh, guard break. I'm gonna fight you with this turned on, Jtegh.
I mean, that's a fox.
Fox,
Fox.
Fox.
What is the fox saying?
Oh no.
Oh, that impact. She's gotta move. She didn't have that in 5.
Well, he reversed
The ink
that parry.
splatter's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he did like the drunken thing, like he
Oh.
was drinking mid-fight.
Yes. Oh, this is such a good.
Did he just kill her? Why?
Yes.
Why?
But he did it while looking sick as hell.
But he looked totally Icewave.
He looked cool.
Oh god, what's happened to Icewave?
Really cool Shinshiryu.
Oh god,
It might be on one of these.
Oh, is that
That's
Cammy?
Cammy. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Cammy.
Is that?
But I think there's like
Yeah,
more screens that have it. Like,
There. Cammy,
Here,
Cammy, I
that's
see.
Cammy.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
they have
that's Cammy.
2 Cammys in this game. Holy shit!
that's her classic.
Classic,
costume.
yeah.
I don't recognize that character.
That's Guile. I recognize that.
So
stance
are
anywhere.
these just Street Fighter 5 screenshots? I can't tell.
No, that looks like Street Fighter 6.
Does it?
Because that's not
That
Cammy's
HUD.
pose.
What's that HUD? I don't recognize the HUD.
That HUD's not Street Fighter 5.
You sure?
Okay.
Yeah, I played a lot of Street Fighter 5.
Here you have like the whole frame, although it's
And
very.
that's not Cammy's idle animation from Street Fighter 5 either. Like she
That
did
looks like
not
Sakura's
stand like
idle
that.
animation.
Yeah, closer to Sakura's, yeah.
I feel like it's just the same like image everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
see
can
it.
clearly see that like Kyle on the right. Yeah.
There's the
You can see
he
the
has
hair.
Yeah.
fist up and the hair.
He's always hunched over a little bit when he's like having his fist out like that.
Oh yeah, here you can see it.
Oh yeah, that is.
So are we completely sure this is not a Street Fighter 5 screenshot?
I feel pretty confident saying it's not Street Fighter 5.
So is it like confirmation that we get Cammy and Guile with with what looks like her like all default costume, and I can't recognize what Guile is wearing.
I think Gal's wearing a new outfit. But yeah, I could see him like I
Wait,
could see them have
what is
classic
this thing?
costumes for like the majority of the characters.
This
The-
looks like a character customization thing.
The
'cause
body
Hmm.
shop.
Yeah,
I see what you did
that's-
there.
That's default characters. Looks like.
I just also want to
Basic
point
character.
out this guy just seeing nothing. He's just seeing nothing on his phone. He's just nothing.
He's trying to find a battery.
Lost power, okay, it happens.
He's trying to charge it on solar. So what's on the screen here?
I think I think there might be like a live online fight.
Oh, but now,
HUD.
yeah,
HUD.
yeah. Okay,
Oh, yeah, of
now
course,
that
it
I,
is. Yeah.
Snazzy.
So
yeah,
is
now
that the
that I
HUD
see
the
the
same?
HUD,
That's
it
what the
looks
HUD.
similar to the HUD on the other screen.
It is
yeah.
the same HUD here.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Is
there's
it?
like red on the left side and blue on the right side. Yeah, yeah, okay, it's definitely the same HUD. Yeah. That's a good
That's a
point.
very snazzy looking HUD.
Ryzen.
Very like just that's a good HUD. I like that.
Again, art team just on point, knocking out of the park. Oh, hello.
This is a Street Fighter 5 screenshot. I just took this quickly just so we
Nice
can
blur.
compare, like Street Fighter 5 Chun-Li and Street Fighter 6 Chun-Li.
The glow up.
So it's a pretty big pretty big difference.
Yeah.
I guess here we can also I guess this is also like verification that the animation work it is different, because I think this is I'm pretty sure this is the same move.
Yeah, you're doing a lightning kick. You are doing a lightning kick in Street Fighter 5. So yeah.
I do wonder, like, how much are they going to have to sacrifice to get this running on a PS4?
Maybe just
Yeah.
resolution.
Our engine is insanely optimized, so it is possible.
You know that
I'd
the
like-
guy we
just-
looked at earlier who looked like PS1 era CG, that's gonna be the graphics on PS4 for everyone.
Oh no.
It could be that it has like lower LODs, slightly worse like physics, whatever.
She looks incredible.
The,
lower resolution.
That's
when this
our
game
engine
Hair
here, right?
alphas.
oh, yeah.
Like
Y-
that is
like-
such a fantastic new take on her outfit, like combining the classic dress with like a little bit of the Street Fighter Alpha. And also like Ryu. Ryu looks, oh my god.
That-
Look at it, look
That
incredible.
pose, how can you do that pose? That must hurt making that pose.
She is really good at what she does, okay?
Oh, Street Fighter 5 again. Just another comparison.
I still like how Street Fighter 5 looks, by the way.
God damn.
But I can't deny
Damn.
that glow up is real.
Insane.
That
Again, the glow up.
Although I guess,
I
and I
still-
feel like to give Street Fighter 5 some defense here is that this is probably taken at insanely high res and then scaled down for super sampling, because this image quality looks crazy good, and our engine image quality usually isn't this good.
Fair enough.
I still remember when we had the reveal trailer, Ryu looked like he didn't look horrible, but he was like very, very wide.
Wide boy.
I think now he just looks perfect now. Like that is an incredible like new take on his design, and I'm so happy they went with the hot Ryu. And this character looks incredible, Jamie.
Did he steal Kami's hair?
Yes.
It's Luke.
Gotta be honest, I'm warming up to Luke in this game. Like, they did something that makes him just stand out in a better way here, I feel.
What to Ryu?
And Ryu looks great. I love him.
Ready to set off on a new adventure.
Speaking of Chun-Li, I forget the name of the voice actress, but we know it's her name and is a new voice actress. It's no longer Laura Bailey, right?
It's not Laura Bailey and it's not Ashley Birch, who took over in Marvel Infinite from Laura Bailey.
Does that mean Ken is revoiced?
Well, Ryu is still Kyle Aber.
Maybe still Ruben Langdon, then I guess.
Who has been Ryu ever since Street Fighter 4.
Oh God.
Visceral. It looks
If
visceral.
you can go one back.
Oh boy.
It's got the hands again.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost hands.
I haven't seen that since like Street Fighter 2.
With funky alphas.
And Smash. Smash actually has that detail. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it only have it for Ken?
Oh yeah, it might be Ken, like if you do the true input Hadouken.
This just almost makes me think that I'm looking at a Mortal Kombat screenshot.
Well, Harada did tweet fatality with the screenshot, so Harada agrees with you.
And then Ed Boon actually was like, yeah, we tried to make Street Fighter cross Mortal Kombat happen, but it didn't happen.
I think that would be cool, but oh my god.
This just doesn't look like a screenshot. This looks like artwork.
And that's the thing, like it is in game. Like that's when he's about to do the super.
This looks like the parry. God, he's pissed.
Ryu is a very
I feel like we need to talk about this. This is kind of interesting. So these are the controls for the game, which is the controls for other Street Fighter games. You have 6 attack buttons, and I guess like triangle and circle to do the new parry, like drive parry stuff, and then like special moves are done like this, like any other Street Fighter game. So the thing is, like, this is a lot of like this one thing a lot of new fighting games experiment with. We try to make them more like casual, try to make them more accessible, like easy to pick up and play. So they've added a control type they called modern control type, which is very, very different. So it's 3 attack buttons, light, medium, heavy, and there's now a special move button. And like drive parry is now just 1 button rather than like pressing down the triangle and circle at the same time. And then if you
Whoa, go up. Excuse me?
Yeah, assisted combo.
Yeah, you can do like auto
Tekken
combos.
7 had that too. No wait, it wasn't assisted combo, but like assist buttons where you could like have a specific move tied to a button.
The King of Fighters 15 had like auto combos. I think some other fighting games have done the same thing. And if
Marvel Infinite has it too, where you just mash the square button and then you get a full combo string.
If I go down here, then you'll see, in order to do Hadouken, you just press special button once. Just special button, aka triangle, then you get Hadouken. And if you then want other special moves, then you do special moves with the D-pad. Which I guess means, yeah, actually, never mind. I thought that would imply that movement is with analog stick only, but no, I guess you could still move with D-pad, of course.
I think it's fine to do this. I think it's a good way to like give people like a
That is how you do
easy
the
way to.
supers.
Ooh, 3 supers. Huh. It's been a while since I've seen characters have 3 supers. I want to see the heavy shin thing.
And here's the example of the auto-assisted combos, where you hold R2 and then like tap light, medium, or heavy. So I feel like they're kind of just going all in. I feel like some fighting games will do a little bit of this, where they might add the auto combos, they might have like simplify special moves somehow. But I feel like this is a lot of stuff. They're kind of going all in and trying to make the game more accessible.
So, but oh, sorry.
And I was gonna say, like, yeah, I just wonder what you think in general. I feel like you are the one in here that's played the most Street Fighter, I think.
I would say Jtegh has played as much as me.
Okay. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think of this then, because this would kind of change things quite a bit.
Yeah, but I think it's fine because I think it's like it looks like absurdly like simplified, but I think that's a fine thing to do because it welcomes in new players. Like they get to do like a lot of cool stuff, which a lot of particularly like casual fighting game enjoyers, they want to see their character do the cool things, and this lets their character do the cool thing. I
Yeah,
don't
and
think this will like lower the ceiling to the point where it becomes like a huge advantage over someone who may play with the traditional um, controls. So
no,
I think
and
this is
yeah,
fine.
I think this is fine too, and especially because I can never wrap my head around charge moves.
Yeah.
I'm okay at doing like the quarter circles and the pretzel motion that you have to do for Shoryukens. Like this.
I love
Oh,
the pretzel.
okay. There's like a
There's a
half
half circle
circle.
in there
Yeah,
on the right.
Yeah,
yeah.
half
So
circle.
that stuff. I mean, I can do those. That's no problem. But the moment you bring in like charge moves, I can never play that character. There's no way in hell I'm ever getting the special when I want it. So I think it's good because fighting games are getting needlessly complicated and it's just excluding like so much potential audience. Making fighting games more accessible, and this is something Maximilian has said, it's a good thing. You want more people to come into your fighting game. It's good for the
Yeah.
community.
Agreed.
Speaking as someone who is a bit of a fighting game noob, I could do this. I could do this. I might even be able to do this. But this, I can never do this consistently.
I also hate that Dragon Punch movement. I never liked that input. I always found it awkward as well. I never liked it.
I do quickly want to add that Jtegh bringing up charge moves. I do wonder how they'll work.
Yeah, I was
Here,
gonna
like, will they
say,
just skip the charge part of
yeah.
it, or is charge moves just gone? Because I will be okay with that being gone because
I could
always
kind of see
prefer
it being working in a way where you hold down for like 3 seconds, then press special move, and then you get the move. So then you still have the charge in there. I feel like maybe it could work like that.
Yeah, that could be a way. It would. Well, actually, it would be weird because Guile without charge moves would be a radically different Guile. I think it was. Who remembers Super Street Fighter 4 on the Nintendo 3DS?
Oh yeah, didn't have like an easy like input or something where you just like tap part of the screen for like special moves
And you
to
skip
happen
the
instantly.
charge. You skip the
Oh
charge
boy.
part of it. It made
Yeah.
Guile OP because he could just literally go Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom,
Yeah.
Sonic Boom.
Oh,
That is like that is one
No.
thing. Like I feel like that is like one good point about this is that, for instance, this is just one button press. It's literally just one button press. This, while maybe not that difficult to do, it takes a little bit more time than pressing one button. Isn't the simplified control scheme just better then?
I think there'll be some limitation. Like, I
Yeah,
think there will be a catch because I remember with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, you had like easy super, like easy hyper combos with supers. And while they made them easier to access, in turn they dealt less damage than the true input version. That
Yeah,
was
that
like the way they
also.
balanced it a little bit.
Assault Cover 6 did a lot of similar things as well. Like, for instance, when you play as Setsuka, like she has two variants to her like just impact moves, where you have a simple variant and a hard variant. And the hard variant, I think, gives you more like soul gauge, while the easy variants give you basically like no gauge. So I wonder, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna do something similar here because, like, I mean, this is just faster to do. I kind of feel like competitive players from previous Street Fighter games will just get angry seeing this because they know, like, hey, these noobs will now just be able to do the moves so much faster than the people that are doing the full motions.
Yeah, but, I trust them in like finding some way to make a balance because I think they know that, hey, if we don't give the simplified controls like some sort of limitation drawback, then it is just going to be like maybe the vastly superior way. to play it because it's like, oh yeah, I can like just quickly get my Shoryuken out or my Tatsumaki
Yeah.
or my, as I know they call it heavy blade kick with Ryu, but I'm gonna call it the donkey kick because that's what I'm used to.
I mean, there's one downside with the new control scheme though, is that you're missing 3 attack buttons. I guess like 3 attacks you quite simply won't do. Like I mean like 3 normals you won't ever be able to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's one drawback already technically there.
But I am pretty curious to test it out myself because I don't know, I like fighting games, but I do think they're just unnecessarily like fiddly input wise. I feel like I know a lot of people out there will like complain with me. I feel like this is unnecessary to have all these motions.
But I like my circle motions.
Oh god, I like fighting games, but when I do a special move and I mess up the input, it just feels frustrating. Like it just feels annoying. Like I don't know. It's a feeling I never liked.
I understand that. I think that's completely fair. But that's why I'm glad that this is a thing and this is an option. Like I always appreciate more options for people.
So we can see how this auto combos kind of work. Like so, this is a normal into like Hadouken. This is normal into Hadouken into special moves. I mean into super. And this is one normal, something weird, and then like super. I don't know. So that's how the auto combos will work. They mix in all kinds of moves. I feel like that's kind of similar to how it worked in Kingdom Hearts 15.
You don't even
the
have to
autos.
tap the button. Don't even have to tap the button. You just hold it down.
Wait, you hold an R2 and then you tap the others, right?
No, you just hold down the button you want to press. Like you just hold down the light button or the medium button. Like from what I can understand from looking at the small description right here.
I don't know. Like it says that next to R2 though, so I feel like you hold an R2 specifically, right? I feel like
Maybe.
otherwise they would just show one blue light and then have like the icon next to that falling down rather than showing 2 lights.
Maybe.
I don't mean otherwise. I don't see why they would show 2 light, 3 medium, and 4 heavies. If you're gonna like hold. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Anyway, I think it's holding that R2 and tap the others. And then also like throw is one button, driving pack is one button. Look at it. Classic controls again. Looks like the L shoulder buttons are mapped to nothing by default on the classic controls. But I'm curious about this control scheme. I'm also curious how people online will react because I feel like a lot of people will complain about this stuff.
Yeah,
There's
definitely, but
there's so many purists in like the fighting game community that just want things to just remain the same.
I think I remember when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was coming out, they actually did simplify some inputs, like Ryu's Shoryuken was actually made into a down-down motion instead of pretzel, just 2 downs and you press the attack button. But people hated it.
Oh, wait. Look at the middle.
It's Cody.
Pixel art. Probably from Final Fight.
It's classic Cody. That looks like a new character. That one with the red hair. That looks very much like a character that would be playable.
All about the fight. Oh, it's hidden potential. Check with your eyes.
Oh, I'm checking.
Kuma.
Check with your eyes. Check with your eyes.
What is this? Not Hagar. It's the other one.
That's Andre. It's not Guy. It like the pose looks like Guy, but I don't think that's Guy.
There's so much.
No, I meant like the guy with poison. That guy.
Oh yeah, that's Hugo.
Yeah, Hugo. It looks kind of like Hugo.
Luke and Jamie.
Hot dog.
There's something.
That's my favorite character.
Oh,
the World Warrior Champion Edition Hyper Fighting.
Oh
that's
yeah, that's title screen.
That's
cute.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's cute.
Why is there a stop sign up there? Who's what?
It's Capcom telling themselves to stop releasing new versions of Street Fighter 2.
That makes sense.
They finally got the memo. 20 years too late.
Don't make Ultimate Street Fighter 2. We can't add Dirty Ken.
Anything else to look at here, pandas?
Final fight.
Beat yourself? That's not a very nice thing to say.
That could
no.
be very badly
Oh, God.
misinterpreted.
So moving on. Oh no, this is a fun
Yes.
screenshot.
Oh, no.
It's beauty salon, so I guess this might be like places where you can customize your
Lab beauty
character.
salon? Is a lab?
Yes.
Nest
Hey,
3?
look, looking pretty is a very scientific process.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Look at a panda.
There's two of them, a pink one and a blue one. Actually, is that panda wearing like a variation of Chun-Li's outfit?
Oh yeah,
It
it's like classic Chun-Li.
Oh, and this is from Dogstalkers.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Shingo.
Yeah.
Shingo.
Yeah.
Cute. I love it when Capcom has fun like this. It makes me really happy to see. I loved it when RE3 Remake had like all those fun.
Drippin' style.
Yeah, I mean, come on, look at this. I am absolutely drippin' style.
Would you look at the time?
Oh
where you
boy, I
going?
need to go have a cup of coffee right over here.
Hey, what? Wait, come back.
Coffee?
There's more to podcast about, right?
Yeah.
Sectors?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
there's
boy,
more.
my taxi's here. Bye.
Are we done with Street Fighter? Are we moving on to the next thing?
I just
It
quickly
looks
want to
pretty
say,
good.
yeah.
I want to see more, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to give this a try.
I am
hope there's going to
positively
be
stoked.
I hope there's going to be a beta at some point.
Okay,
That'd be
I'll
nice
just.
if there's like a thing to try it. That'd be nice.
I am mildly intrigued by this, which is saying a lot for me because I've never really been all that bothered about Street Fighter.
I have one question to Jtegh and Icewave since I played the game a whole bunch. Would you guys? What type would you try to play with?
I'll still go classic. It's what I'm used to.
Okay, just checking.
It depends on which characters I'm gonna play. Because if the characters I like playing in Street Fighter aren't in it, then I might like. If it's like shitty controls like charge or whatever, then I might use modern. But otherwise, classic for me.
I do hope that maybe they can do things so you can like set your preferred control type per character.
I mean, that's a little bit confusing because it kind of changes a lot with the controls overall.
True. But yeah, like I'll stick with classic, but that's because that's just what I'm used to. I still think it's great that there's options. That's just a good thing, and I'm super excited for this single player mode.
I'll just say one quick thing about Street
If it
Fighter
fits.
6, which is this is just like a letter from me to developers of like the people making this game, like Capcom, and also I guess like Namco, and basically everyone making a fighting game.
Okay.
Please give your budget to SNK and Team Soul. Thank you. Because it's very sad seeing these fighting games like insane budgets, and then like King of Fighters, Soul Calibur, they get like $10 to make their games. It's very
Maybe they should
sad.
give it to Soul Calibur. Like SNK is
It's
not
very
going to need
sad.
it. I think they got bought up. I think they're basically owned by this Saudi Arabia now or something.
Okay. Oh, meow, meow, meow.
Yep, this is Stray was announced 2 years ago, and now it's a new trailer, and they're also announcing the release date, which is just next month. And this is coming for PlayStation and PC. I don't know if it's an Xbox version 2? Question mark.
I've not.
Why is this
seen
scared
one.
of a cat?
Meow.
No,
This
yeah,
is
now
PS4
I'm
gen and PS5 gen, right?
I think so. Meow.
But it has a cat. So you can talk to people. Like cats are very talkative. It says it makes perfect sense.
Meow.
Uncharted?
Yep, this is basically Uncharted 5. You can do vandalism with those bottles. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I only found out that this was getting a PC version today, but apparently the Steam page has been there for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think the Steam version was announced when the game was originally announced.
I had a quick look at the Steam page. It's launching with like a 10% discount, so it's like £21 in the UK.
Okay.
Didn't they announce that you're getting this for free with PlayStation Plus?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
The
think
highest
they said
tier.
that,
Yeah, well, the two higher tiers,
Yeah.
deluxe
Okay.
and extra.
I also did a quick search, and it's just saying
Not
that it's
actual
coming
gameplay.
to PlayStation and PC, so no
Okay.
Xbox.
Okay, so Stray looks like a pretty cool cat game.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh no.
So I don't mean to make people forget about Stray already. I mean, Stray looks cool. Like I will get the game, but there's kind of another cat-related game I might be slightly more excited about.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, never mind.
This is a Little Kitty, Big City is the name of the game,
Looks
good name.
adorable.
and it looks
Yeah,
really
I remember you showing this off before. I completely forgot about it.
it looks really cool.
It does, yeah.
This doesn't have a release date, by the way, and I think so far it might also only be announced for PC, but I'm not certain.
Ooh, wait, there's a Steam demo festival soon. Maybe it'll have a demo.
Maybe. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they've done an amazing job with like, just the animations in this. Like it has a lot of charm.
This looks incredible.
It does look pretty good. I mean, I feel like I'm slightly rude when I said earlier. I mean, Stray also looks pretty darn cool. It's just that this also looks cool.
I mean, hey, look at it this way: we have 2 good cat games to look forward to.
Which hat?
Frog.
I'm not sure which of those hats I would pick.
That's good.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an 11 out of 10.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me of that. I forgot about that one.
So, in case people got an overdose with just too much cuteness, here's absolute horror. Here's yeah. What's the name of this game? I have it written down in my notes as not Dead Space, but if I get the actual name of the game.
Okay, so this is the Callisto Protocol. It was announced a while ago. So this is a bit of a weird one. It's being made by former Dead Space people, and I think it's being published by the people who published PUBG. And this game was originally going to be part of the PUBG universe, but there was a tweet from the director, Glenn Schofield, who said it's not set in the PUBG universe anymore. It's just its own thing, which is
I don't
probably
know
the right
what
move.
they were planning with that original announcement, having it be in a PUBG universe. That makes no sense.
Yeah, and so yeah, they showed a new trailer.
I survived the island.
Yes, you did. So yeah, they showed a new trailer during the State of Play, and for anyone who's played Dead Space, they would find the gameplay looking very familiar.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it
only thing is
looks-
that it didn't look like it has like dismemberment as a gimmick like Dead Space.
it did not seem that way, no. But it's like the HUD
But
stuff. Like
otherwise, yeah.
if you see the back of his neck, like it's orange. There's earlier scenes where it's green, sort of indicating health in a very similar way to Dead Space.
Cute.
But yeah, like if people have been longing for another Dead Space-like horror game, the Callisto Protocol I think is a one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it looked very Dead Space. And you also getting Dead Space Remake. You're getting double the Dead Space these days.
Although this is coming out first. This is actually coming out in December of this year. They announced the date for it. The BIP locking system, security level A+.
Ugh.
Hello.
You should go to a dentist.
Yeah, that
Help.
doesn't help.
Please help me. I should just split my face open again.
See, look, this just looks like one of the good parts of Dead Space 3, and not the bad stuff. But yeah, I that was basically I really want to talk about it because I like how Dead Spacey this looks.
Can you read that newspaper?
Can't quite.
That's very flat.
That looks almost readable. Almost.
I'm into this though. Like I played through all the Dead Space games not too long ago, and I had a good.
Yeah, it's
minus
nice.
some parts of 3.
It's nice that some of the people who worked on those games are getting to make more stuff like it, even if it's not exactly Dead Space.
It's close enough.
And this game will be released for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, consoles, and PC.
Good.
And yeah, as you
What
said, like, it
about
was December this
Switch?
year, right?
Yeah, it mentioned a specific date. I just remember it was December 2022. I don't remember this exact date in December, but it's December. It's coming December. So it actually comes out ahead of the Dead Space remake, because that's the next year.
So was that this for State of Play stuffs?
Well, there's Spider-Man coming to PC.
Oh, right, of
Oh,
course!
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
Oh
That's
boy!
huge.
Yes.
Insomniac's incredible Spider-Man game is coming to PC on August 21st.
No, 12th.
12. It's being handled by Nixxes, which is the studio that
Yep.
Sony purchased. Not actually, that's a while ago now.
Yeah, so
Um,
for people who don't know, Nixxes, they were the PC porting studio. They've handled some very good PC ports of multi-platform games like Deus Ex: Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, as well as the three Tomb Raider reboot games, Tomb Raider 2013, Rise, and Shadow. That was all them. They have a very good track record with porting stuff to PC, and now they're handling. This is their first project after being bought by Sony. It is Spider-Man remastered, and as we found out on the PlayStation blog, Spider-Man Miles Morales will be coming later in the year in the fall.
two incredible games.
Yeah, and I'm very happy because it means it's one less reason for me to buy PS5. I can play
That's
it.
convenient.
True.
And yeah, like there was also someone posting screenshots of Returnal and Sackboy op PC setting stuff.
Yeah.
I forget what the
Give me
source
Sackboy.
was. But
Give
I
me
think it was just
Sackboy. Give me Sackboy.
Sackboy.
Give me.
Also, in addition, there was also more stuff hinting at Returnal, Steam database entries that very strongly hinted that it's coming. Like, what was it? Like, Atropos and Tower of Sisyphus was mentioned in the Steam DB entry for some random game. Which
And,
I'm told that it's very Returnalist sounding thing.
I'm just looking at some
Also,
other notes here.
I also think we've still to get like the official date for the Uncharted collection. Like we know there's
yeah.
a date that
true.
leaked, but they haven't like officially confirmed a date. And the leaked date is like June 20th, and that's not too far off now.
Very peculiar, yeah.
So unless they got like delayed or something.
Did we
See,
mention
that PC
No,
that
you
PC
go,
port is being handled by Iron Galaxy, and they did the original Arkham Knight, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, there is cause for concern, I guess, yeah.
I can't remember. Did we mention in a previous podcast that it looks like DC Douglas will no longer voice Wesker?
I don't
I don't think we
can.
did.
I don't think we did.
Yeah. So I guess that's worth mentioning. Yeah, that was something I think not Wesker, that DC Douglas said, I think, on his Instagram page that he won't be voicing Wesker anymore.
He
Yeah,
said that his
Wesker-
days of voicing Wesker were long behind him or something. Like something along those lines was what he said.
So how would he know? Would he know because he was hired to do Wesker in a project and then they like booted him off, like he threw him out the window? Is that the way he would know?
I would imagine so.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point because, I mean, RE4,
Yeah, the game we're looking at right now. they would have
Wesker
Wesker in
has
it.
spoken scenes in RE4. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, he has a scene where he goes, yes, and that's it.
It's brief, but
Is it only in Assignment A
Effective.
or is it in the main campaign too?
It's in separate ways only.
And
in
assignment
assignment.
data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then technically
So-
Mercenaries, he goes, her.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
it's playable immersively. I forgot about that. And I mean, I guess the reason why he's no longer voicing Wesker is probably obvious because there was that whole scandal, like some months ago, where it was revealed that he was a little bit of a predator, or what word I should use online.
Sexual pest.
Yeah, that's
sexual
probably
pest,
the
leaking
reason.
stuff, breaking.
Oh, yeah,
NDA, just being a piece of
Yeah, he
shit.
shared like artwork of Wesker that seemingly might be RE4 remake related. And then he tried
Yeah.
to be all like, no, that's not. And it's like, well, where is it from then? He never said that. So it's probably a bunch of stuff that got him booted up.
Now we're kind of going way back in time here, and I didn't remember to actually include any of this for the podcast, but during the Game Awards in December, they had a glimpse of RE8 during some kind of like musical segment, and for like 1 second you could see RE8 in third person. You could see Ethan moving around in third person mode for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And that was I was almost curious, like, were they using my third person mod to record that? But it's probably some kind of debug thing they had available. I'm willing to bet, but it was kind of just weird to see.
You're famous.
And I guess on a Reddit note, like, RE8 DLC is supposed to be incoming, but I mean,
REverse.
it is in VR, right? Like, that isn't the DLC for RE8. I mean, I doubt that's the case.
Nah, it'll like the DLC will be something all platforms get. I'm sure of
I'm
it.
pretty sure they also said that the DLC would be like story content, wouldn't it? I'm gonna look up the announcement for it.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, like as Icewave said, there's also REverse that's not released yet. I think it got recently rated in like Korea, so I guess it is like that's a sign of it still being alive. Capcom are still working on REverse.
Not a good enough sign for me. I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now. REverse is dead.
Okay, so what they said was when they announced DLC, by popular demand, development has just started on additional DLC for Resident Evil Village. More info later. So it didn't confirm whether or not it's story or other modes or VR, but they never specified that it would be PlayStation only. So I really don't believe it's the VR mode.
Yeah.
Another RE announcement that was made recently is that Dead by Daylight is getting a second Resident Evil chapter called Project W. And Project W in the lore of... Yeah, is the Wesker children, is Project W.
Oh. Is it inspired on the TV show?
Probably not.
Isn't that all about the Wesker children?
We don't talk about that.
I mean,
the Wesker children I'm referring to is like the documents you can find in like Resident Evil 5, like all the different Wesker children, like Alex Wesker, Albert Wesker.
There's also Hans Wesker. Don't forget about Hans.
Well, I love
there's
that
also
guy.
Felicia Wesker, which is funny because that's my name, except for the Wesker part.
Didn't know you were a Wesker.
Yeah, me neither. But again, stuff for that has leaked months ago already as well. So, from what that said, it's very likely that that's going to be Albert Wesker, Ada Wong, and Rebecca in Dead by Daylight.
Huh.
But Wesker is like one of the bad guys, and Rebecca and Ada as survivors.
Becky, I feel like that would be a weird character to choose. I mean, I'm okay with it. I feel like, I don't know, she hasn't really been in anything RE in very, very long time now.
Yeah, but they already have the other 4 main protagonists. Like Chris, Jill, Leon, and Claire. Those are already in the game.
Oh, where's Barry?
Barry?
Oh,
Where's
Barry.
Ada, is Ada there?
Not yet.
Ada.
Have we ever talked about RE4 VR in a podcast? I forget.
We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I want to say we've touched upon that before.
Okay, so...
I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot we can say, though, because, I mean...
Yeah, none of us have played it. It
I
does
would
look
get
neat,
motion sick.
It looks really good, but yeah, it's just the original RE4 viewed from a different perspective with new control options. Like, you can do some really funky stuff in it. But, like, content-wise, aside from a few lines they've scrapped for censorship reasons, it's the same game.
Oh god,
and
I wish...
Separate Ways or Assignment Ada.
I wish I had a clip, because it makes one scene with actually so funny now, where like she meets Louis in the cabin, and I forget what's the original dialogue again. Where what does Louis say again?
The president has equipped his daughter with ballistics.
How rude! I don't see how my figure has anything to do with my standing. Who are you?
Yes, so they kind of
sorry, lady. Perhaps the president's daughter would like to introduce herself. before she gets all upset.
So they kind of cut everything to do with her ballistics, so that means that you just see Lewis and then you see Ashley going, "And who are you?" So she's literally just pissed off for no reason. It makes the new scene just look just like kind of fun in a weird way.
Certainly makes me curious about how the writing for this remake.
But yeah, I got reminded of one thing I want to mention about R4 VR. I think recently, maybe a month ago, it got the Mercenaries mode added to it, and they
Oh, yeah,
kind of
that's
went
right.
all in with that Mercenary mode. It has a ton of like sub modes, and that makes me kind of jealous because I wish they would do that more with RE.
Well, I guess you'll just have to sell your soul to Meta and buy a Quest 2.
I mean, and I also wouldn't mind like a new RE game with a new good Mercenaries mode, with a lot of content.
Yeah, that too. That'd be nice.
That would be cool. But I forget I forget what all the modes were. But she seems to have a lot of content, like a variety with the Mercenaries mod they made for RE4 VR.
Some of the ones I can remember from the top of my head is there's some levels where you can only damage enemies by getting headshots. There's levels where you've got where it's like the name of the level is like a cowboy reference, and you have two broken butterflies that you can dual wield.
Oh.
There's levels where you just have like an infinite Chicago typewriter in Mercenaries. So it's like a bunch of levels, and they just let you have fun. And there's some remix levels where you'll get like regenerators on the village, and like different enemies on different stages. Like they went all out. And there, yeah, like Sekta said, there's like a ton of levels. I want to say it's more than 20 levels.
So that
Different challenges and whatnot. So
it's just really neat, Donna, if they for some reason re-released RE5 and RE6 and maybe did the same there, just like give Mercenaries a lot more content. I feel like that would be cool. Do we have anything we want to say about that Resident Evil TV show that's happening? Is on Netflix? I think it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
I saw like snippets of a trailer. I'm not interested. It doesn't look
Lance
to be very connected to Resident Evil at all.
He's Wesker.
What?
He's Albert Wesker.
What? Wait, what?
He's Albert Wesker.
Wait, hang on. I need to. Lance Reddick, right?
Lance Reddick, yeah.
Yeah, and
you
he
may
has
know
kids.
you may know him as Zavala in Destiny.
he plays
plays Albert
Wesker in the
Wesker.
live action show.
Oh, and didn't they also say claim? I forget what the source is, but apparently it takes place in RE canon. Like this is supposed to be a sequel to everything RE. Like it references RE5 and whatever, which makes it.
Okay, so it's supposed to be
yes and
Wesker
no.
after.
Yeah, it's so the show is not canon to the games. The games are canon to the show. So everything that's happened in the show or in the games has happened in that same point in the timeline in that show.
It just makes Wesker make less sense because that volcano. I remember volcano.
Yeah.
And rocket launchers. Yeah.
Who says he
that
can't
interview, they
transfer his
said-
soul into someone else?
They said that they're gonna have an explanation for it, but I am not holding out hopes for anything like highly intelligent and like clever. Instead of just, I am back. Meh, with
Well, they really
Ouroboros."
did blow Wesker all up, but hey, look, his brain's here. And the brain's talk. I hate you, Chris. We'll be moving.
Oh. Anything else? Have we covered all the news that has happened the past 20 years?
Did you know Street Fighter 6 looks really good?
Yes, I did. My eyes are still working.
Shall
See?
we
Look.
quickly
you.
mention when new stuff is happening with new news? Like, it's not a bunch of streams like next week, but like,
Yes. Okay. So on the 9th, June 9th, we have two shows actually. We have the big one is Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest showcase, and then the ever entertaining Devolver Digital thing is happening, complete with another live action and insane thing with Nina Struthers, and that's going to be just, even if I don't care about any of the announcements, that's just going to be fun to watch. And then on the 12th of June, we have the Xbox and the Bethesda showcase, which will probably be another big deal. and probably and I guess both the Jeff Keighley thing and the Xbox thing, there's, I suppose, a possibility for more Capcom stuff. Perhaps.
Well, I mean,
But-
it could be extended trail of RE4.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably more likely the Jeff Keighley thing than Xbox. I think if
Yeah,
there's going to
okay,
be
yeah, I
Capcom
mean that,
stuff,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
yeah, I think if there was going to be a Capcom thing at Xbox, it would be some other game, but they've announced so much already. That seems unlikely.
It's a no game. I when I see DMC5 is 3 years ago. He spent 3 years making that game. Where's his new game? Where's his new game?
I want to see it too. I'm just trying to be realistic here. I really want to see that game.
I mean, yeah, I know, like, yeah, it would be cool, but Capcom kind of has a lot of stuff now. They have RE4 Remake, they have RE8 VR, they have Pragmata, they have that dinosaur game, they have Super 6. They have a lot of stuff announced now that's not been released yet. So maybe It's No Game will take a bit longer. Sad face, I don't know.
Aside from non-Capcom stuff, I'm not sure entirely what to expect from all these shows. Well, well, okay, hang on. Despite being recently delayed, obviously the Xbox show is going to have Starfield. It's going to have Starfield. You can't escape it. It's going to have It's going to have Starfield. I'm sorry, Sector. It's going to have Starfield.
Yeah, well, that's making me grandly upset.
Those are the only showcases I know of. There might be other smaller ones, but yeah, June 9th and June 12th, there's going to be more big-ish news. Guaranteed.
And is that it? Any final words from anyone?
When you go looking for
We didn't show it here.
6 looks really good.
it's not like a game.
We didn't show it here, but
This
I
journey
thought the
doesn't
Final
have a
Fantasy
rule
16 trailer looked kind of neat. But I didn't really have much else to add. Other than I think it was
You
cool.
ready to begin? If you want to start off on the right foot in this city,
Yeah, that's it.
hit the streets.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have nothing else to add personally.
How about you,
Thanks for
Jtegh?
this
Anything more?
Kind of into this song.
I hope we get to see like the other projects they're working on, like you guys said. I mean, there's going to be more stuff possibly at Summer Games Fest next week. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm really happy with what they've shown. This state of play. There's been a lot of good announcements in that.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
This particular state of play was an absolute banger. There was way more stuff I would expected in there from a 30-minute show.
Absolutely packed. I'm gonna go into hibernation until March. See you guys later.
Okay, can I join you?
Well, I guess with that,
She left.
I feel like we might see peeps next week if more
We
cool
might.
stuff is announced. I feel like if they're showing another RE4 remake trailer, I'll probably just make another podcast about that. Especially if this gameplay, like if this gameplay, I'll have a lot more to say. So yeah, boy for now.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, bye. I'm gonna fight Sectus now.
Ow!
Sure you can.